I've set up two hot plates with different faults wrong with them so that each one of them will trip a dual function but work on a standard breaker. The first hot plate trips the dual function, works fine on the standard breaker. Second hot plate trips an arc fault, works fine on a standard breaker. So if you were trying to find the faults in your house, your first instinct might be, when you reset the breaker, you get an LED code that tells you what's wrong with it. And that'll tell you if you're looking for an overload, an arc fault, or a ground fault. The problem is, some faults, when plugged in or when hooked up, will not let you reset the breaker. So you don't even get to the point of reading the LED. So that's where I get to use the Seimens Intelli-Arc. So this is a troubleshooting tool that tells you everything about the circuit through a Bluetooth connection with your phone. So I did a video on this back in the spring and I loved it. What I did not know when I made that video was this was not for sale yet, that Seimens had sent me one early. But I was told that they're going for sale this month or maybe next month. Right now it's August of 25. So they should be on sale in September of 25. So now that I know you guys can buy them and I'm not just teasing you with how cool it is, I figured I'd show it in a video again. Now if you didn't have the Intelli-Arc, what you would do is you'd break the circuit in half and turn it on to see if the breaker tripped. And you'd keep doing that until the breaker stopped tripping, and then you knew when it stopped tripping you had removed the part that was causing the fault. But that kind of is a pain in the butt and looks unprofessional in front of the homeowner. The Intelli-Arc lets you troubleshoot it without tripping breakers. All right, the way you use the Intelli-Arc, you take the arc fault circuit breaker out, you put a standard breaker in, and now you feed the faulting circuit through the Intelli-Arc. Line on the right, load on the left. And then that links to your phone with Bluetooth, and it tells you the status of the circuit. This circuit's reading fine because I don't have the faults plugged in. If you wanted to run this on a cord and plug connected connection instead of straight to the breaker, you could. So hot plate number one, when I plug it in, the fault appears. I get a ground to neutral fault of about 82 milliamps of current leakage. Now I had that set to peak hold. If I go to normal, as soon as I clear the fault, it goes back to good. Now the other load is reading high RF arc noise, which is a sign of a loose or damaged connection. Now RF noise, as soon as I clear the fault, goes away. All right. If you're curious how I created the faults, this is the RF noise, or the arc. Registers as high RF noise. For the other fault, I just went from the neutral to the frame. And now when I remove the load, I clear the fault. All right, thank you very much.